must have a plan, okay? I'm going to share some information with you about different currency pairs, and then I'm also going to talk to you about a little economics this morning. So take copious notes so that you can refer back to them, and you can also go ahead and do your own studying, okay? I'm an educator by profession. Those of you who know me know that already. Those of you who don't, it's your first time being a part of a training that I have. I'm Dr. Spiller's sister. I'm the best looking one. Yes, he knows that. Don't tell him I said it though. Yes, he's my youngest brother, should I say. He's the youngest of all. But appreciate him sharing this morning. For those of you who are on my team, thank you for being a part this morning. Thank you for being a part. Marcia, hello, Marcia. Glad to see you here. All right. She said I was about to walk away. And you know what? Many of you may experience, before I go on, if you're going to chat with me, make sure that where it says to, unless you have a specific message for me, try and post it so everyone can see your comments. Post it so everyone can see your comments and not just me, okay? Once it gets to 100, some people are going to get blocked out, so there's nothing I can do. It's going to be locked. Good morning, Brenda. How are you? Hopefully, everybody. I'm sorry if they can't get on. I didn't know how many people were going to get on, and I didn't. Anyway, we're moving on. Let's go. So you got to move quickly if you're planning on attending. All right. Yes, somebody blew the account. Oh, I've been down to 0 and had to restart. Yeah, those things happen. Those things happen. Hi, Deidre. How are you? Glad to have you here. First time listening. Awesome. Thank you, Kate. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to share with you my screen. I won't prolong it. This is going to be about, it may be anywhere from 15, 20-minute presentation. I want to give you a lot of information in a short period of time. However, we have questions. I am certainly prepared to answer your questions, and if I can't find the answer, guess what? It's okay, because I can certainly tell you where we can go find it. How about that? Now I know I'm supposed to have. I can't find my. Okay, y'all bear with me just a moment. I've got a lot of stuff open here, but I want this one. Ouch. Share my screen. All right, here we are. Okay, so hopefully everybody can see now. We're together. And can everyone see my screen? We're going to use the chat. If one person tells me they can see it, I'm good, okay? Very good. All right, here we go. When to trade a currency pair. Know when and why. Okay, know when and why. When I first began to trade, I was confused because there were so many pairs. I didn't know which one to look at, where to go. iMarkets Live gave me a basic understanding of Forex, but they didn't give me that. When I first began to trade, I had no idea what the market was. I was thinking that I was going to be going someplace, only to find out that the market was just my computer. It was on my computer. It was digital. It's what's called over the counter. And so, yeah. And somebody need to tell people in Universal Trade House, I'm sorry, no, it's not being recorded. They'll have to catch it another time. All right. So what I'm going to do is talk to you about what to trade, when to trade it. Okay, let's get started here. All right. So one of the things I want to talk to you about is, so you want to be a Forex trader. The first thing that I would suggest for you in being a Forex trader, and a good one, not just somebody taking signals, but if you truly want to be a trader, learn to trade what we call price action. Okay, That's when you know you graduated. That's when you know you understand the market. That's when you know you have a handle on it. That's when you'll know that you're going to be doing more successful trades than you would unsuccessful ones. So again, if you want to be a Forex trader, that means a person who truly understands the markets, what's going on with the market, how to look at a currency pair and know when to trade it, how to look at it and say, I can get in here and get out there. That's what your ultimate goal should be in becoming a Forex trader. You have the basic training and some intermediate and some technical jargon and technical indicators, and a lot of the education that iMarkets Live gives, it's a very good foundation. Now, you have to take it upon yourself to take it a little bit further in anything that you learn. And I expect that all adults are on here. And when I say that, it's like life, period. You know, when you were dating, you had to learn about the opposite sex. You had to learn about who was you're getting connected with, right? It didn't just pop off at the beginning and say, boom, you know, I got it going on with this relationship. No, it didn't work that way. But now you understand that when you get in a relationship with somebody, you've got to know who you're dealing with. You may have some psycho chick on your hand or some psycho man on your hand, but you need to know that. So just like forming a relationship, it's the same with Forex trading. Just because somebody told you about this signal, that doesn't mean you're a trader, that you're a successful Forex trader. So I want you to come away with today understanding about the Forex market, understanding what it takes for you to be a fluent trader. First things first, you need to understand the currency you're trading, okay? What kind of economic system is that currency a part of? How is the currency affected by supply and demand? Those are some very important questions that you need to ask yourself in order for you to be a fluent trader, okay? In order for you to be a fluent trader. I'm going to tell you right now, there are a lot of people who are trying to get on, so if you jump off, you just may lose your spot. It's only available for 100 participants, and so if you get off and try to get back on, chances are you won't be able to. So I'm just letting you know that for those of you who need to leave, I understand. But let's move forward. Which pairs to watch? The Forex market has 8 major currencies. 8 major currencies. And I'm going to talk to you about a few of them. I'm going to talk to you about USD, Euro, GBP, JPY, AUD, and CHF. You may want to jot those down. But we're going to talk about the dollar, the euro, the British pound, the yen, Japanese yen, the Australian dollar, and the Swiss franc. Of the pairs coupled with USD, let me say that a common to trade. All pairs can be traded. You can make money on all pairs. So you need to know that you can make money on all of the Forex trading pairs, whether you're buying or selling. However, there are some currency pairs that are a little bit more volatile than others, more fluid than others, more traded than others. And that's what brings us here today, is understanding which of these do I watch. So I'm really going to spend time on USD. It's the first one. It's the most traded of the currencies in the Forex market. It's the most traded currency. And the reason why it's the most traded, most of you probably already know this because you've taken an economic class somewhere along the way. It's because of what? Our economy. We're supposed to have one of the best, right? One of the best at borrowing. However, still in all, the dollar is the most traded because of our economic system, okay? Now, one of the things about what we're going to learn about today in the dollar is this. Because it is the most traded, there's a lot of information available out out there for you to look at. Now, I'm going to suggest this as we move along. You jot some of these things down. How many of you already have a plan where you decide when you're going to watch a currency pair? Does anybody right now, you can place a 1 in the chat if you already have a plan, or 1 if you have a plan on watching particular pairs. That would mean your time frame. That would mean you know the economic system. If you know that, place a 1. If not, place a 0. Very good. I got some people already. That's okay. So I'm going to talk to you about watching a pair. What does it mean to watch a pair, and how do I watch a currency pair? Good morning. I'm online. I'm doing my things. What you need? Okay, tell your sister to get you something. My apologies. All right, so for those of you who already have a plan, great. If you don't, I want you to hear this if you don't. And then what you're going to do, if you do have a plan, is you may want to enhance and take a little bit of notes here. This may help you. I'm not sure. It may not. This is what you do want to know for sure, however. So let's talk about it. This is me, and I want you to know most of the information I'm giving you, some of it is factual and some of it is subjective, which means it's, based on my experience and some experiences of other traders. I want to share that with you, okay? So let me tell you we're going to talk about the dollar, okay? And so the upfront information I'm going to provide to you is going to give you a foundation as to why we should watch a currency. Macroeconomics, or MACE for me. MACE, macroeconomics, okay? Factors affecting currency. This doesn't matter which currency, because these are things that affect all the currencies, okay? And that's inflation or deflation, recessions, and economic growth. We want to talk about the dollar here, okay? We want to talk about the U.S. dollar. There are 3 major factors that affect the dollar. And the reason I'm talking about the U.S. dollar is because it's the most traded, okay? 3 main factors that affect the dollar: supply and demand factors, sentiment and market psychology, and technical factors. So on your